Detoxification has become a popular word in the natural health field over the years, but do we really need any of it? Doesn't the body detoxify naturally? It absolutely does, and here is the thing. The word detoxification simply means cleansing, and the body is a self-cleaning mechanism. What it isn't is a chemical processor, fit to handle what we throw at it in the modern world of toxins. Sadly, we are living in toxic overload and our bodies are hurting from it. And not just from processed and altered food, but stress and emotional disconnection. For this reason, a true healing regime or program will include emotional and mental work as well as a physical cleansing regime. The mind-body-soul connection is powerful, and it will be impossible not to include all aspects of the being if we are to successfully detox. Detoxification promotes letting go of everything that is not serving us. We need to look to nature, get back to the basics, and trust in our own bodies and their ability to heal. We will heal by eating fresh living foods as we were meant to. In this lifetime, in this world, the challenges are many for most of us. It seems the non-foods presented to us, alongside the stress, the polluted air, the negative programming, and the fear of change, is holding us captive in our polluted houses. In so-called disease. All you have to do is to let go of everything that is not serving you, be it foods, emotions, habits, even some people in that journey should not surprise us. The body will do the healing. Simplicity is a challenge for the educated mind, craving for intellectual growth, has contributed to the confused state that we are in. The simplicity starts with not bringing in more garbage. This means no more altered chemistry, chemicals, or toxins. Not in the form of hurtful drugs, or supplements as isolates or pesticides. Do not eat anything that requires a label, as no real food does. Stay away from heavy salt, oils, and stimulants as much as you can, and keep the standard high on a preferably organic, high-fruit diet. Try and do a few days of juices alone if you have transitioned. Eliminate anything processed. Stop using harmful chemicals in your home, as anything you eat, breathe and smell. It is all absorbed into your blood and tissues, creating a toxic overload in your body. Move the lymph. Through eating raw living foods and herbs, the lymph will start moving. By also being active, practicing walking, qigong, swimming, and stretching, but do not overdo it. Rest is also key and some are burned out. Make sure that your kidneys are filtering, or you will have some extra work to do. The kidneys are filtering out lymphatic waste and will naturally release toxins and metabolic waste from your body. Your urine should reflect this through color, sediments and particles. If your urine is clear white, you're probably not filtering at that time. Open all eliminating organs. Clean out the intestines and do some liver flushes. Use a sauna to open up the skin and look for our herbs and tinctures for extra strength and organ support. Sometimes working with a practitioner that is also a detoxification specialist will help determine your weaknesses and how to address them with herbs. Allow yourself to live through the detoxification process. It can be a long process, all depending on your age, your current state of health, how long you have been out of health, and how your organs and glands are conditioned from birth. An iris analysis that I can provide for you gives insight to our strengths and weaknesses. Be kind to yourself, rest, and relax. Enjoy the ride back to your inspired state of perfect health and keep your focus on your path. Do not let anyone or anything discourage you or make you lose your focus. Your body will tell you when it needs cleansing. The signals are many, and many wish they knew that earlier. From issues like edema, ulcers, and pain, some people keep on disregarding the signs of an acidic and clogged up the body until they are bedridden with severe rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme disease, and anxiety attacks. In other cases, we have tumors and cancers and the numbers are increasing. Like so many of us, refuse to listen and take charge. Not everyone has time to transition their diet. Some are barely hanging on, trying to save their lives. For everyone who is in the situation of long-standing, chronic, painful, and degenerative disease, I say there is no time to lose. Even though the change can be hard and challenging, the decision has to be made. A diet of fruits, berries, and melons are on the menu, and that is that. The top of the fruit pyramid is grape lemon fast with herbs and some fasting. No one knows how deep you will have to dig, or how long it will take, but the body will do its very best every single day. When you are tired of feeling sick, you might be low in energy and have many different hurts and pains. You might even be on some sort of chemical medication. You are barely functioning and need to keep going to work. You really want to get healthy, and will do whatever it takes, little by little. I say to you, do not wait any longer. Educating yourself, with the intent to change before the symptoms of ill health set in, or if you are struggling on your own. When you transition to the raw food diet, you change the way you live, think, and feel. If you believe you are feeling great right now, imagine how better can you be. The smallest indication that we are not healthy is the body's cry for change. The symptoms of cleansing can be many, and scary to some unprepared or over-toxic, especially from heavy pharmaceuticals or physically weak. Make sure that you are informed, and that you know what to expect. For some, the journey is simply fun from the get-go. For others, it is not. The body might beg to purge, maybe aggressively. Educate yourself on the topic and find your inner guidance. The healing crisis. Stay safe, and always consult your healthcare facilitator or practitioner before embarking on any dietary changes. As your body will go into a cleansing mode, it can start throwing out some garbage. And as much as we want that to happen, if your eliminating organs are not properly functioning at the time, you will feel some cleansing symptoms heavier. It is impossible to predict. You might very well feel amazing this whole week, and you might end up feeling like you have the flu. All good. You are learning your body and the cleansing process. Here is a list of common detoxification symptoms. Mucus coming out everywhere. A typical symptom that the body is loosening up old mucus and transporting out old waste is the release of mucus. It can be new mucus, made to carry out bacteria or toxins, or it can be older mucus, that the body has been holding on to for years. The nose, the throat, our colon, our ears, the kidneys, and the eyes, are all available pathways for the body to use. Cold and flu-like symptoms. You might feel like you have gotten what we call the flu. Toxins are being stirred up in the body, and through the low-grade fever, maybe some vomiting or coughing, the body is trying to eliminate waste. Fevers and chills. The body will raise the temperature to get rid of bacteria and microbes, so a low-grade fever is a common detoxification symptom. Although the low-grade fever is most common, a high-grade fever can strike also. If it does, some well-hidden bacteria coming to the surface to exit. Headaches and dizziness. These are very common symptoms. The head sits on top of the gastrointestinal tract and will start to drain the lymph when you start to clean out your bowels. Ringing in the ears, the red eyes, a blurred vision even, are all symptoms of lymph moving in the head. Hair loss and loss of weak cells. Remember that every weak cell will want to leave. Hair follicle cells are no different. Many experiences to lose some hair, only to regrow new, beautiful, stronger hair. Itching and rashes, this can be a tough one for many. The skin is the third kidney, and we know by now that most of us have some weaknesses in our kidneys. Once the cleansing starts, the skin will expel what the kidneys cannot or has stored underneath. Rashes in all forms, from itchy, bumpy skin, to hives and boils. Gas and bloating, these are very typical symptoms with very obvious causes. First of all, parasites will excrete toxins when dying, known as die-off symptoms that can create gas and bloat, mood and energy swings, from depression, anxiety, aggressiveness and intense food cravings. Fungus and mold are leaving the intestinal tract feeling like a war zone when leaving. On top of that, we are pulling on the lymphatic system to release acids through the intestinal wall, and that will also feel like an acid bomb. Sulfur is released, which is very discomfort for the body and a great environment for fungus overgrowth, candida or unwanted bacteria. We determine in an iris analysis also the level of sulfur in the body is quite visible. Constipation and diarrhea. Constipation often fluctuates between complete stagnation and what we call diarrhea. It is the same thing, it's just the body's attempt to get rid of what has been obstructing and intoxicating the system. We are impacted with mucus and old fecal matter, and we are allowing it to be released. Swelling and inflammation. There might be swelling around old injuries or traumas, as well as edema and inflammation during this time. The body is holding on to water to dilute acids for release. General pain, old injuries might come to surface, to heal. Believe it or not, in an iris analysis it is possible to see that and inform you if that is the case. Old injuries might show themselves to heal while others come to surface because acids are being released into the tissue and might create a temporary stiffness and pain all over the body. Low energy and fatigue, the body will use its energy where it is most needed. If you have a weak adrenal gland, you might also feel extra weak in periods while it is rebalancing. Cleansing takes a lot of energy. Brain fog and lack of focus. Anything from bacteria, viruses, heavy metals, old injected residue and more is being let go of. This means that the toxins still circulating in the body can cause some temporary discomfort. As many of them are neurotoxins, your brain will be affected. Anxiety and depression, expect for emotional detox, like old hurts and emotional upsets. Cells hold memory, emotions that hold may come and go. Know that it is all good. Also, as the endocrine glands are healing, anxiety and depression-like symptoms might arise. The adrenals are the glands that mimic what we call anxious symptoms, and the thyroid is the seat of depression and confidence. None of this is the real you. Our organs represent different emotions. The kidneys are the seat of fear, and the liver is the seat of anger. For some, the emotional symptoms of cleansing are often the most challenging ones to live through. Fear is a great dominator and will exacerbate any symptom. The body will get to work on any weak or damaged part of the body, but it sets its own priorities, not what our mind or desires want to achieve at that moment. However, even an old scar will fade over time. In detoxification, the body will focus only on weak cells, healthy cells will be refreshed. The whole point is to let the body get rid of weakness and toxicity and repair the damage. The body will detoxify all our bodies at the same time, the physical, the mental, and the emotional body. That means that once we start to eat what the body is designed to eat, or stop eating, smoking or drinking, or whatever we people tend to do to suppress emotions and thoughts and avoid them, it will also let us know which emotional waste we have been holding on to. Detoxification is not a thing, it is an ongoing process. By stepping into the world of detoxification, means healing and regeneration as we reverse symptoms and regain our health back. Not sure where to start? Contact me.